What's the deal, YouTube? It's the Big Gamer Small Talk podcast. We're 2 days early, sorry. We can't do it. Something Warriors going to a homosexual convention. And so we got to give you guys, some content,
How did I know it? How did I know you were going to
Hey, what's the truth, though? You know what I mean? Fuck it, man.
Jeez.
Same with your game. So we got together, because we love our fans, we love our supporters. We never leave you guys hanging, so let's make it happen. What's on today? What's the updates first on today's agenda?
Okay, we got quite a few compelling subjects today. One of the things is kind of gaming related.
Hey, hold up! You say that shit every week. We gotta.
Yeah, well, we're compelling as hell.
All right, what we got going on?
Well, one of the first thing is it's not exactly gaming related, but a lot of people were looking for this. Xbox.com is getting a big overhaul next week, and it's going to include avatar support, achievements. You can store game clips on there. Share game clips and things like that on the actual site. So that's something a lot of people have been wanting for a long time, and it's coming to fruition next week. So that's pretty cool. I mean, do you guys use Xbox.com?
You know what, bro? I haven't. I'm lying. I'm a lying faggot. I use it because it's until Microsoft please get their voice messaging back. I use it to when people leave me messages on the Xbox. It's a lot faster for me to type in the message on the computer than actually send it with my controller. So I use it all the time. But that is dope, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I'm hoping, as far as the voice messaging, that's on their list to add in as well. So then we can talk about that in a little bit. But I'm excited for it because it's an avenue where you can be more social and shit. That's one of the things I always liked about Xbox.com. You could go on there and see which one of your friends were online, or
compare achievements. Just like to
compare achievements and shit like that. Yeah, so I think that I always thought that was really cool. So once again, they're listening to the fans and updating the site, and I think that's pretty cool news. I mean, not exactly like it's not exactly like earth-shattering news, but it's still pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah. Do you guys use it? No.
I haven't been.
I'll just go on there from time to time, but not a whole lot.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, that is dope. Like I said, the more features, the better.
Yeah. Okay, exactly. Speaking of that, there's the new ad campaign for Xbox where they're like, Xbox offers the largest, most critically acclaimed games of 2014, the most exclusives, and it's in their little Xbox Wire deal where they list all the games coming to Xbox One this year, the exclusives as well as the like all the multi-platform and stuff like that. So it's pretty nice to see all the games out that everybody could see, and it's quite actually impressive lineup. I mean, some of the stuff is just betas, like the Fable Legends beta or whatever, and the Halo 5 multiplayer beta, but I think that those are cool, additions. It means that people that have an Xbox One are going to always have something to do, maybe even something exclusively. They're getting the Evolve beta early. It's like all this stuff is coming, and they're getting the word out that they have great content and content that you're not going to find anywhere else, specifically on the Xbox One. And you're also going to be able to play all these multi-platform games as well. I like that aspect. What do you guys think about this ad campaign? Worrywart?
Yo.
Did you hear what I said?
You talking about the
new ad campaign, yeah.
Oh, the more fun stuff on.
Yeah, it's like, well, they list all the games coming to Xbox this year, all the exclusives, all the bonus content, all the
What's
betas.
the exclusives?
Halo Master Chief Collection, Sunset Overdrive, Ori and the Blind Forest, Dance Central, Disney Fantasia, Project Spark, Killer Instinct Season 2, Fable Legends, Multiplayer Beta, D4.
Fable Legends is the beta or the game?
The beta, the multiplayer beta.
Is the game multiplayer only?
No, it has a.
What game is this? Sorry, what game is this?
Fable Legends.
Oh, okay.
What that is just think of Borderlands. You can play it alone, but it's probably going to be more fun. You always have to have 3 companions with you, whether they're AI or.
Because they made it sound like They made it sound like one person controlled like the evil person, and then the other.
That's the multiplayer aspect of it, yeah.
Oh, okay. So there is single player.
Yeah, there's single player where there's quests and typical Fable stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but apparently the stuff they showed at E3 is the multiplayer stuff. And also, not sure if I said Forza Horizon 2 or not, but yeah, that's that's in there as well. So it's a good lineup, and then also the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta, which is cool. And then there's like a long list, and it makes sure to list stuff like Assassin's Creed, Battlefield.
They don't say nothing about Killer Instinct. I can't wait for Killer Instinct Season 2, but yeah.
Well, they mention it in here, that Killer Instinct Season 2.
Oh, all right, that's my shit.
Yeah, it's like this cool ad campaign. I like it. It's like it's more fun.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'll make sure to link it to you guys. It's in the Xbox Wire. But I like the pro stance that they're taking with this. You know, it's not just, oh well, we're Xbox. You know, that you have to be on the offensive with the PR, and this is a good move by them, I believe. So letting everybody know that all these third-party games are coming to your platform, and you also have the most exclusive games coming to your platform this year. In a year when Sony has a lackluster exclusive lineup, let's be honest, I think that's a great move by Microsoft. Exploit that. Also, they managed to exploit that they have the best online community with dedicated servers and all this stuff. So that's a great point for them to point out as well. What do you guys think about that? Rack them up.
Well, you know what? Microsoft. Well, it's sad to say, but it's sad that they can't really talk about all the great features of the Xbox One. Fair they talk about this TV shit. The Xbox One does a lot of amazing shit. You know what I mean? A lot. Like, I'm just excited. Period. You know what I mean? As far as the games, the features, the apps, I'm all about it, man. Dope shit, man. Kudos. I mean, real talk, man.
Yeah.
I got a question. You know what's crazy though? I got a question for you because I see everybody all week. I've been getting this. Maybe you guys have too. They talk about the price drop of the Xbox One. Do you think the price drop came too late? You know, because he's talking about the Wii U, outsold, supposedly going according to VG charts, and for the record, the VG charts has not been the most correct site, as of late. It is.
How much are they usually off by though? Like, what's the?
I don't know. But I just honestly I stopped using it because a couple months ago they had Xbox outsold the.
By like 100,000, right?
Yeah,
and it turned out to be the opposite.
yeah. So I don't really go by VG charts anymore. It's not just because the Xbox One. You gotta realize this too, though. The Wii U was out in fucking way more territories than the Xbox One, and for it only to outsell it by a few thousand, according to VG charts again. You know what I mean?
I don't even keep up with that at all, but I think that.
Man, kudos to Nintendo.
Mario Kart 8 is pushing that shit like no other. It sold 2 million copies already within the first month. So.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You gotta say, I get the yin and the yang, but there's nothing else really to buy on that console. They don't have the Watch Dogs or the UFC. All they got is fucking, Mario Kart. But kudos to them, though. And I hope they move some units.
I think that's big for Nintendo that they did sell a game that fast with 2 million. So that's pretty big for them. I mean, you can't knock that at all.
That's big for
everybody. Big.
Yeah, if you're Sony, anybody sells 2 million units this quick, that means kudos. You know what I mean? I just want, like I said, I hope it, they sell some more units. That's the main objective. That thing can move some hardware. That of course you're going to get the spike the first 2 weeks the game is out, but 2 weeks after that, then that's when all the hype dies down. Let's see if we continue.
So when does the price drop numbers? When does I guess when do you know if the price
July
15th.
15th or something like that. Yeah.
They know if they have a small dent, whatever the case, July 15th. But you know what? Honestly, that price drop really is not going to really affect anything until this holidays. That's when Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft sell the boatload of big consoles. I
would expect a slight bump. Like if they were at 100,000 the month before, I would expect 150, 160,000 maybe, something like that, because you're going to have people that were waiting and that maybe specifically went out and get this, but there wasn't any kind of game, I think.
Yeah, there's no games.
To coincide with the price drop. I mean, they
don't have anything. Like I said, around when Halo Collection's out, and then, Sunset Overdrive and the Forza Horizon, and the price drop around the holiday season, Black Friday, that's when I think that price drop is really going to take effect.
They should bundle Halo Collection for the holidays.
No shit, Sherlock. And that's one thing. One thing I will give Sony credit for. They do that. They get a game that's hot. Sony come up with a bundle school out of nowhere God, yeah, they fucking. Is that a Minecraft bundle? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Sony.
They got box art, everything.
Yeah, Sony would come out with a bundle out of no goddamn way, yo. Let the game have a little Steam. Like, God, they had a UFC bundle? Like, what the fuck, Sony? Like, you know what I mean? Where the fuck that come from? They the master of that shit right there, though. But kudos to them. That's why motherfucking Jack Tritton told Phil Spencer, like, yo, but word of a right. This was the truth, though.
Yeah,
look how Sony did the Grand Theft Auto 5 bundle, you know what I mean? It's one thing.
They're doing
you know, if I could say there's one thing that Sony does better than Microsoft, it's that, you know, they would give you a bundle, you know what I mean? Now, it's going to cost you the same amount as buying the game and the system together, but still, you know?
Hey, you know what's funny about that whole bundle thing, though? When Microsoft announced that they were going to do a Titanfall bundle, I seen two sites, Game Radar and one other site, say, oh, it's a little bit early. Maybe it's panic move by Microsoft to release bundles to try to entice gamers this early. You know, they shouldn't be any bundles within the first year of a console launch. And now we're seeing these PlayStation bundles. And, you know, I'm scratching my head because, you know, I'm not expecting any articles about that. But, you know, it seems like if you're going to say about the one, then why not the other? You know what I mean? But I think that, hey, check this out. Microsoft did a good job talking about games at E3. I'm sure they have some kind of bundle lined up. All those leaks that we've seen from Crackdown to Forza Horizon 2.
Well, the Sunset Overdrive is supposed to be the white Xbox One, 1 terabyte hard drive. That would be nice. If they can give you $500 to connect Sunset Overdrive, you know what I mean? But it's 1 terabyte, that's still shit. You know what I mean? They may lose a little bit in the hardware, but they're actually going to buy games, and that would be nice. And I might double dip. They
have to do a bundle though, where if they do a bundle that's just Sunset Overdrive, the console and the camera for $500, they have to do a bundle with Sunset Overdrive, the console and no camera. You know what I mean?
You got to entice them though with $400 though. I mean, they're giving you. I say like this, you know what I mean? That is a lot though, bro. You know what I mean? It will move some units, but
you said $500.
I'm giving you the Connect. I'm giving you a free game. You know what I mean?
For $500, you said, right?
And one day, this just according to the rumors, a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it's white.
Right.
For and $500. It's supposed to be white. Yeah, for $500.
Yeah, I think that's a hell of a deal for $500.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Hell yeah, but
it's just off the terabyte itself. I mean, it was pretty.
Yeah, you know, man, I'm gonna they should do one. They should do one from Halo.
These damn things should have launched with 1 terabyte at least anyway. But you know, if I had one complaint, that would be the complaint. I mean,
what's in the PlayStation 4? 500 too?
500 gig.
But you can replace it with any standard hard drive.
But you can only replace it with up to, I think, 1 or 2 terabytes. So it's not.
I'm not opening my fucking next generation console. I don't give a fuck what.
Yeah.
I ain't fuck that. I got 2 left thumbs when it comes to shit like that.
It doesn't support
USB 3.0.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not sure about that, but it doesn't support the external hard drives at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but that's good. I guess the game you got to, the yin and the yang. Sony lets you swap it out. Microsoft doesn't, but Microsoft supports externals. You know, if I had to choose between the two, I would take the externals because, like I said, I'm not opening up my next generation console.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can do 16 terabytes worth on the Xbox One. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy me one. I'll plug that in later.
You really only need a terabyte. I mean, 16 terabytes is nuts. You're not gonna.
Yeah, well, look, but check this out. A lot of people buy movies and all that stuff off.
Yeah, I have a few movies. I actually have a lot of movies. I have about 10 to 15 movies on mine.
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Speaking of which, next gen, we were talking a little bit about Plex coming to the Xbox One.
Oh yes, I just did a video on that Plex. Go watch it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that I'm excited for. That right there, I'm excited for.
Plex is a feature that I used on the Xbox 360, but it was nowhere near as good as what's going to come to the Xbox One because it fully supports Connect, commands, and all that stuff. But basically what that is, you install this software on your PC. Whatever music, movies, television you have on your PC can then be streamed to your Xbox One without having to push any kind of thing on your PC. Once it's on there, and you can use Connect to control all of it. I had it on 360, and I still do. And because what I do is I rip all my, say, Simpsons DVDs or whatever to my PC. That way I don't have to get up and put in the DVD or worry about them getting scratched up or whatever. You can do it with Blu-rays too. You know, I save all that shit. You know, you get the digital copy, you put it in the Plex server, boom, there you go. You can watch whatever you want, whenever the hell you want. on your console. It's an awesome thing. Some people don't know about it, but it's really worth checking into. And there's nothing like that currently on the Xbox One or the PS4. So it's like Plex.
Oh, I think Plex is on the PS4, but what's on the PS4 is not going to be like the one that's on the Xbox. When you can actually say, Xbox, play the sequel to Batman, and it will play the sequel to Batman. You know what I mean? You can, if you're playing your game, and say Xbox, play 50 Cent, Get What You Die Trying, it will actually play 50 Cent, Get What You Die Trying. Like, that's just nice, man. You can tell that motherfucker pause and, resume when I sit back down, and it would do it, It's nice. Really nice.
Yeah.
They got, what I mean? But anyway, they doing it now. I seen it on the Gap. Shout out to Tim Dog. Tim Dog posted it in the Facebook yesterday. That shit blew me away. Some of the voice commands you're gonna be able to do. Dope shit.
It's definitely interesting. I think that's a cool aspect. Another thing that Phil Spencer came out and said is that family sharing is still on the roadmap for a future update to the Xbox One. He said that the way it's difficult to do because they're trying to work a way around it to where it's not just sharing digital titles, because he feels like people should be able to share their retail titles as well. Yeah, their physical titles. So
now, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do that without DRM, but
it's not gonna happen without DRM.
I don't know. I don't know at all. No one man knows it all. But shit, here I gotta give shout out to John Doe. If they can do that, they can give us voice chat between the 360 and Xbox One. Bing bong. Shout out to Doe. Hey, Doe, that one, Doe. I'm just saying that's some technology for your ass there. So John Doe might have been right. Shit, they can pull that off. Shit.
Well, no. Here's what you could do. Say you have a physical game and you're online or whatever, and you would have to be online to share it. Obviously you're gonna have a limit to how many people you can share your shit with. So you have a physical game and you can share it with somebody and they can download it and play it or whatever. But once they do that, then you only have 9 other people you can share it with.
Right. But if you're not online and I want to play one of your games, but you're not online, there has to be some sort of check. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you're online and you call me and say, "Hey, I'm online right now. Do you want to play one of my games?" That's one thing. But if you're not online and I'm a family member, there has to be some sort of check.
Yeah, your mommy, you go.
Well, I don't know. He said it's difficult because they're trying to do it without that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. That's strange. I'd rather.
Well, listen, but didn't Sony show something at their E3 about even if they don't have the game, that they can co-op? When
Far Cry.
So,
I don't know if that's.
Maybe they might be onto something.
The DS was doing something similar though back in the day. Like if I had a copy of Mario Kart and my friend didn't, I could be playing Mario Kart, and if he could play it too. I mean, he could only be one character, so that's nothing new. But I think that if anybody can do something like that, they're also looking into digital reselling. Like if you buy a digital game, why can't you sell that to somebody else or gift somebody a digital game? You know what I mean? These are all things. These are all things on the roadmap, as well as preloading and screenshots and things like that. These are
they don't have preloading yet, do they?
No. He said that's all stuff on the roadmap for future updates coming soon or whatever. So I mean that's good news.
Let me ask all three of you guys this question. Do you think Microsoft can do that shit now and just holding it back to say, hey, we got to update this month, update that month, you know what I mean? Or do you think it's some shit that really has to be ironed out first?
What do you mean?
To me, like pre-download, I don't think it's a big deal. Like, I can do that now on my PC. Like, I don't see that as being, a big deal. Do you guys think that?
Well, they probably do have it spread it out month by month. What they're gonna update just to give us.
It's like shit.
Well, you guys know. Yeah, you guys know that they have a website, right, where you vote on what you most want them to implement, right? I mean, they have.
Yeah, but I think voice message should be like got number one on the goddamn list.
That's the number one on the list is backwards compatibility, followed by Gears of War HD remake.
Oh. You know what? I think it's not saying it's sad to say, but I think this generation is going to be fucking a lot of fucking remakes. I can see it now. We already have few. I think it's going to be a lot of games we played last generation that we're going to get it again with a fresh color, fresh paint on it. I'm telling you. Now,
I wish they'd update. They'd do that to Call of Duty 4, man. Slap a new coat of paint on there and ship it out, and then watch how happy people get back into that game, because that game was the shit.
But think about it though. I mean, but I remember when Gears of War first came out, bro. That was like, oh shit. Could you imagine that really with some real next generation graphics? Like, god damn, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I remember, you remember the commercials for that with that really strange music?
Yes.
The Mad World song?
I got one for you. Yes, bitch. Yes. Yeah, that shit was awesome, man.
Yeah, like I'll agree with that. I mean, it seems like, because they want to support, because there's never been a generation where you've had 80 plus million consoles sold between the two big makers. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is, though? You know what it is? It's not. That's true, too, but it's the fact that they lose so much money on these games sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
And this is the way they can probably look at prime example. Look at Tomb Raider. It sold pretty well on the 360 and the PS3, but they still lost money on that motherfucker. Still.
Yeah. Yeah. They finally caught up once they released them on Xbox One and PS4 as well, respectively.
Well, at least you're starting to get some developers when they're making cross-gen games. They split teams in half so that you're not getting the same game. One team can work to the strengths of this generation. The other team could work to the strengths of the last generation.
Or there's plenty of developers that just do that. Like, people were upset when Forza Horizon 2 was going to be on the 360 as well, and then it came out that Playground Games is doing Forza Horizon 2 on Xbox One using they built their own online atmosphere to work in the game and to utilize it. It's dynamic weather, lighting, world. I mean, it's really amazing what they're doing. And then the 360 version is being made by Sumo Digital, and it's just going to be run off the old Horizon 1 engine, and it's not going to have weather or Drivatar or as large a world or as much of anything, you know what I'm saying? So you realize that there's definitely going to be a big difference between the two games, and so then I think people have less of a problem with it. Same thing with like the new Call of Duty, different developers for the different versions. So yeah, I think I don't have a problem with that at all. Like there is one aspect though, like I like the Assassin's Creed games, and I'm going to get Unity, but I really liked Assassin's Creed 4. I like the pirate aspect, and apparently the sequel to that is only going to be on 360 and PS3. So. I mean, am I going to have to, or eventually are they going to upscale that and put it on the newer consoles too? And I'm going to have to.
I'm sorry, my mic went out. What's going to be on the PS3 and the 360?
The sequel to Assassin's Creed 4, which is codenamed Assassin's Creed Comet, which they didn't show off yet, but it's.
You know what? I just gave me that one they showed at E3. That's what I want.
That one's Unity, yeah.
Yeah, that's all that I want. And listen, we got to make a pact right now before we pick up the Temptations. We gotta make a pact. Like, we gotta all four play that game together, live stream it. Turn that bitch into a podcast. I'll be live streaming that motherfucker. That game looks awesome.
Yeah, I agree. It does. It looks fantastic. I think it looks awesome.
And Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, Sunset Overdrive. But yeah, everything.
I got my shit pre-ordered. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely get that shit. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Let's see, what else do we got here? The big 70 Japanese developers supporting Xbox One with games.
Ooh. 70?
70. Ooh. Including the PaRappa, the rapper developer. And,
me Japanese, me play joke, me put pee in your throat.
I mean, I've seen a lot of the memes, like the Mario and Luigi one with Princess Peach, where they're all three looking at the sun or whatever, and then you see Luigi like holding hands with Peach behind Mario's back, and then she says Japan or whatever, and Luigi's Xbox One and Mario's the PS4. So I mean, I've seen all the jokes and stuff, but I think it's cool that. I'm not a huge Japanese game fan, but there's some that I like, so I think that more diversity is always welcome. So I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, I'm not looking forward to that, but I do think that more diversity is awesome, and I think anyone who doesn't think that is kind of one-sided or ignorant.
I like, I don't know. I don't like a lot of that shit there. It's a little slow for me. But, Capcom, that's a Japanese developer. Konami,
Yeah, no, most of the games that I've played in the past on other systems were all Japanese developers because they were the dominant developer back in the day.
Yeah,
So You know,
But I
there's a lot
don't
of
care
great
for
games.
those, you know what? What's the like some of those games that they showed? They got leaked before E3. Those Japanese games. Now that rating, I like old school rail shooters. I like those games like rating and stuff. Those like some of my favorite type games. You know what I mean? But all like not those other ones. Like I don't care for games like Persona 5 and shit. I don't. Not for those who like it. It's just not my type.
Yeah.
I agree. People will name all these games, and I'm like, I never even heard of that, or you know what I mean. I don't particularly care.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I don't know, like you know, shit. And shit, you know what I'm saying is crazy. You know, if Sony was to do, if they were smart, that being that just fucking the game, The Last Guardian has this big cult following, and we heard it had been canceled. Why don't they remaster the ones in 1080p, 60 frame, new graphics and shit? The ones that came out on the PS2.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
what, the games that the studio made?
They did remake
they
them.
did
They
do
put
that.
them on the PS3.
Oh shit!
They did Eco and Shadow of the Colossus on the.
I never played any of them. Oh shit!
They were really good games.
Oh shit! Why not the triple dip shit?
Yeah, dude. Well, that's what they do, man. I mean, look at how many times has God of War been re-released, dude.
God of War's my shit though. I
like it too, but damn, man. I mean, they re-released. Okay, they released 2 PSP games. They released both those PSP games mastered on the PS3, along with the 2 PS2 games on the PS3, 2 PS3 games, and then they released all of them on the Vita as well. I mean, it's just like you bundle them and keep shoving that shit out there. And
I like them. I like God of War.
The Vita versions weren't that good, but the other ones.
Yeah, you know what? I was going. You know, you know what? I got a confession to make. I have never beat a handheld game.
No.
Never. No, never.
Well, you only play on the.
When I'm outside, or when I'm outside somewhere, I'm not like I'm not the black fucking gangster nerd walking down the street with my Vita in my back pocket. I think the Vita is a cool device. I like it. But I just think I'm a little too old for handheld gaming. Sorry.
Hey, some people are like confused about the title of the podcast, so we'll get to that topic next, and that is.
Oh yeah.
That is, we should have kicked off with this one. Alien Isolation is running the same resolution, 1080p, and same frames per second on Xbox One and PS4, and there's not going to be any difference according to the developer. And this is actually causing PS4 gamers to boycott the game and be angry because they feel that the PS4 version should have some kind of edge. And this isn't the only game that they've expressed this with. They're also a little bit upset that Destiny is going to be 1080p, 30 frames per second on the Xbox One as well as the PS4. So what do you guys think about this? I mean, the PlayStation 4 gamers, and not all of them, but there's this extremist group of them that feel like every game has to be better on the PS4 or they're not going to get it. If it's the same, then they obviously gimped it and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? They throw their little hissy, little baby, whiny bitch fest party.
Hey, crap. Crap. Do you hear that funny sound?
What is that sound, Showstopper? Tell us.
That is hooves clicking.
Hooves clicking, exactly. That's what that is.
That's stupid.
That is what's going on, man. That is hooves clicking. That is
silly, man. It's silly, man.
Oh my goodness, man.
Hey, you know what? Again, with that being said, like I said, maybe. I just think as that just gives gaming in general a black eye. Like I don't know, like what the fuck, man, like that's the craziest shit ever, Like I said, I own both systems, and you can argue, you say tomato, I say tomato. Probably Ryse is probably one of the best looking games this generation, thus far, but it is what it is. I just think this shit is stupid, man. You're not gonna buy it because it's the same. That's the dumbest shit ever, man.
Yeah, Jesus. That is dumb, man. I'm telling you, boy.
Every single generation has a weaker console than the other console. So, but if you're not gonna play, vote with your wallet, right? If it really bothers you, don't buy the game.
They're gonna be the dumbasses, like I said.
And another thing, please don't have petitions too. You know what I'm saying? Man. If you don't want the game, you know what I'm saying? If that's the weaker console.
Use your dollars.
Petitions. Use your dollars. Buy the PlayStation 4, and don't have petitions.
But don't go to change.org. Are you shitting me? Do not go to change.org.
Hey, how many? There's 15 pages of petitions on change.org, and there's like 20 petitions per page, and these are all these petitions where
that's lowballing it. That's lowballing it too.
Man.
Yeah,
move on. You know what I'm saying? Vote with your dollar. Keep it pushing.
Petition is for
that's what
Insomniac to fire Ted Price because he's intentionally going to sink the company because he's, Sunset Overdrive is an Xbox exclusive. It's some of the craziest shit in the world, bro.
Hey, yeah, let's forget the part where they went to Sony about the game, and Sony wanted to like steal their fucking IP completely. Hey, yeah, sure, we'll publish your game if we own the IP, like we did with Resistance and Ratchet Clank, and like Activision did with Spyro. And so you're a 20-year developer and you own 0 fucking IPs. Yeah, we'll screw you over a little bit too. Yeah, feel free. I mean, at some point, this developer that's been around for 20 years maybe wants to look back and say, hey, we own that and can do what we want with it. And and they finally got a publisher in Microsoft that saw that, liked their vision, and agreed to publish the game without wanting to own the fucking game. Sony, fuck them for that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest about it. They fucked up right there, and I'm not afraid to call them on it. That was their bad.
I don't really. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm saying the craziest thing, man. This is what I'm saying, man. Ponyism is just going rampant. The craziest thing, you don't want a game because it's not the inferior version or the most inferior version, or it's not
no,
more
they
powerful.
don't want it because it's the same as the Xbox One version.
I understand that, but listen how crazy that sounds.
Yeah.
I guess
that is wild, man.
Yeah, I guess the argument.
Crazy.
I mean, the argument is the PlayStation 4 is more powerful. So if you're making a cross-platform game, there should be more available for you on the PS4 than the Xbox One. I mean, you could argue that all day. It's probably a correct argument. It is more powerful.
But really, is it though? You know what? Not for multi-plats, but for exclusives.
Right.
Now, what exclusive on the PlayStation 4 that reigns supreme with anything that's on the Xbox One?
Not yet.
Knack.
Not yet. I mean, I'm sure. But I mean, as far as I don't care about petitions. But the thing is, this site that you mentioned, change.org, it's an actual site for legitimate people in the world with legitimate problems who are suffering. You don't go there to make a video game petition.
Yeah.
No.
It's just a game.
Can I say something that I said, I think, yesterday? It is this. If you see something that you really like on a different console that you don't have, get the other console. If I ever saw some games that really interest me on the PS4, I'm not going to start petitions. I'm going to buy a PS4.
Yeah.
I buy the consoles that I see good games for. That's what I do. As gamers, that's what we should all do. The fact that there's people that are so fucking pissed off or have this imaginary hate that Microsoft tried to screw them, get over it. If you see games that you like on the Xbox One, buy the goddamn console. Same thing with the PS4. Whatever it is, buy the fucking console that has the games that you want to play.
Yeah,
that's it.
That is the craziest thing ever, man. Wow, that is like...
A pigeon just flew into my window and killed itself. It heard Crap say he's going to buy a PS4.
No, I said, wait. I said if they ever had games. I'm from a legal standpoint.
Yeah.
From a legal standpoint, that makes it okay.
You're going to own one at some point.
Probably. Hey, shout out to Microbox of X who's watching the podcast. What's up, bro? Your channel's pretty cool, man. I dig your channel, man. You're doing a good job.
And your grandmother's pretty hot.
Yeah. Zaire loves English grannies, apparently. So
pretty hot.
Yeah. So also, guys, anyone watching, start with your comments. We're gonna start getting to them in a little bit, but go ahead and start asking questions and what have you. Keep the questions legit. We don't want any troll shit.
The legend of next gen. How big is his cock, and does he really fuck grannies? Yes, I do. My cock is really short, and I fuck grandmothers with my short cock. To be continued. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's a shame that that people would start petitions rather than just buying the other console and supporting the industry. You know what I mean?
As a whole, you know what, crap? That's some real shit. That's some real gamer shit right there. Like I said before, and it's sad to say that site there, somebody need a kidney, and their insurance company folded on them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're making a fucking mockery of this fucking site. Is not for that. For Xbox fans, Nintendo fans, alright, I seen it first at the E3, 1 or 2 were cool, but you guys are taking this shit overboard now. Really, you know what I mean? Like, this shit, what the fuck, And I'm like, those developers don't give a fuck about those petitions. They have not changed anything yet. Trust me. They don't give a fuck. Jesus. You know?
I agree.
Well, so much, but this to be fair, wait, listen, just to be fair, put some shit that you saw crap. What about fucking Ryse 2 being canceled because Microsoft wants to own that IP? What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's a rumor, but if it's true, then I think that's fucked up too.
Well, for Microsoft wanting to own their IP right there?
I think that it depends. Like if Microsoft was agreeing to fund it and Crytek.
Yeah, I think so too. If Microsoft going to bankroll the goddamn game.
Yeah, if they're going to bankroll the game, then I think that they wanted some kind of they wanted some kind of confirmation that it's not going to end up on another competing platform. Is what I'm saying. So
I think Ryse 2 is going to be the new Last of Us. You're going to hear about it every year for the next 20 years.
You mean Last Guardian?
Last Guardian.
The
Last Guardian.
You know what? Listen, I'm going to say this here. Ryse, the original Ryse, wasn't something to slap your mother about. It was a pretty game. The story was nice, but the combat got kind of repetitive. Cool. But I got excited because they hired the guy from the God of War series. And you know, guys, God of War is one of my favorite games.
Did Crytek hire him or did Microsoft?
Well, Crytek hired him.
Crytek did.
For the Ryse series, you know what I mean? And that was supposed to be a game, you know what I mean? That they were going to TV shows and all that shit. You know, supposed to have movies and TV shows and all that shit. That was something they wanted to do. And from what I'm hearing, Crytek is hurt in a wallet. And Microsoft stopped cutting those checks.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know, man. But, you know, but like I said, they said they worked on a few projects.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Look, we don't really know what's going on. Like, I made a point. Like, people were like trying to tie their supposed Crytek's demise with one game, Ryse, on the Xbox One. And that's totally like how these sites run with this. Oh, it's catastrophic because of Ryse. If you look at what happened, Microsoft was the one that published it. Microsoft paid for the advertising, the mini-series on whatever. Microsoft paid a lot for this. They were still cutting them checks. If this turns out to be legit, what happened was Crytek didn't have enough money to make a sequel. Microsoft was going to pay for it, but Microsoft doesn't want their games on other platforms. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to pay for it, and I think that's your right, you know what I'm saying? Whereas you can't just say, hey, we want to own the IP, fuck you guys or whatever, and just do a dick move like that. I think it's a different circumstance. But if it was the same circumstance, I'd say it was just as fucked up. But at the end of the day, who knows what's right and what's wrong? I do know this, that Crytek is known for people using their games on PCs to test out their hardware or prove that it's great. I guess those Crysis games are the benchmark games for a long time to test on PC. What do PC gamers like to do? They like to pirate games. And so I wouldn't doubt that the piracy of their games on PC and things like that all played a role in this. The fact that people aren't really using the Cry engine, maybe it's not an engine. It's so graphically detailed that it's probably a bit harder to use than, say, Unreal Engine.
Yeah, they do. That's one thing about Crytek. You push those graphics.
Yeah, so...
I haven't really seen their engine used in anything other than shooters, though. Have you? Besides Ryse?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well,
that might be it, too. It's kind of limited to one genre.
Supposed to have some game using the Cry engine?
They were supposed to, but they never. It was Ryse.
Not for the Wii U. Come up with the Wii U.
Oh no, I didn't hear anything about that.
I
think it was a rumor.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't really follow who uses what engine. But
I think that was like an April Fool's joke, wasn't it? Where they said the Cry engine was up and running.
Bro. I don't know. But if you think about Crytek, you think about graphics. They make very, very pretty games. Whether the game is fun or not, the games are beautiful.
Yeah, I know Crysis on ultra settings. You ever see videos of that on?
I haven't. I run ultra settings. I don't care. The game is not that fun. It's a very pretty looking goddamn game. Very, very pretty.
Yeah, I liked it. That was the first game I played when I got my Xbox One home. I love the story.
Wait, what? Your Xbox One or your Xbox 360?
Oh, what game?
Crysis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I like Crysis 3, and I thought Crysis 2 was pretty
good. What the fuck was that, crap?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
The dough on it, Joe. The fuck was that?
My bad.
You're talking about Ryse, right?
Hey, yeah, I was talking about Ryse, right? Yeah, so I was a little bit confused. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Crysis I thought was pretty good games. Like all three of them are on the Xbox 360. So
yeah,
they're pretty good looking games too. For 360 games, I think they look fantastic. Yeah. Hey, sorry about that. I was washing my toe, guys.
Oh, shit.
What?
No, just nothing. Hey, what about this Destiny DLC that was announced? It's going to be at least a year before it gets on the Xbox platform.
Gonna have to get it on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want that gun or whatever, you're just gonna have to put up with PSN, I guess, and their daily maintenance.
It's not just a gun, right?
It's nothing like super important to the
I think it's a
actual
co-op
game.
map or it's a gun, something else. There's something else in there.
Yeah, it's like a skin for speed.
Yeah, it's a ship. Well, I mean, here's the question right here. Benji bringing up Destiny. Here's a question. Do you feel as though as Bungie is giving their middle finger to Microsoft fans? You think?
No,
I don't think
it's Activision. And
I don't think it's Bungie. Yeah, I think it's Activision.
Well, I've never seen Activision on the stage with Sony. Sony Xbox fans seen Bungie on the stage with Sony.
Yeah, well, but I don't think Bungie owes me anything. Like Bungie doesn't owe me anything, you know.
They sure don't.
The only thing Bungie has to do is make great games.
But when you think of Bungie, just be real. When you think of Bungie, probably Maya. Thank you. When you think of Bungie, the same way you probably think of Xbox, Halo. When you think of Insomniac, you think of Sony. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but that's just that's just like a nostalgia.
You know it's that's why. Let's be real. Sony fans feel slighted that. What do you call that shit? Sunset Overdrive is only on the PlayStation 4.
Well, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that when you say fans, I don't really think that they're Sony fans. I think that they're just people who are maybe a little misguided. Most fans of games are.
Yeah, but hey, Warry, could you imagine the shitstorm if Destiny was only on the PlayStation 4?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess there would be a huge shitstorm, but it's just these companies don't owe us anything, you know?
You're right, and like I said, it's to be honest, though, Microsoft still owns a percentage of Bungie.
Yeah.
So
they just all they have to do is make great games and people will buy them. That's all.
Yeah.
The whole DLC thing is all backdoor stuff with other companies and.
Does that factor in on your purchases? Like, it doesn't, like, damn, they got this DLC. When I buy a game, DLC is the last thing on my mind.
Yeah, I'm usually, with Destiny, I'm going to just see who gets it on what, how many people are playing it and stuff like that.
I'm not buying, if I do get Destiny, of course I'm going to get it for the Xbox One. Because of Xbox Live, it's an online game only. So, I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to get Netflix for you. So that's the most important thing to me.
Is there a single player in the game?
I don't think
It's not offline, but you can play, I guess, by yourself if you want to. But you have to be online.
It has no offline at all.
No offline whatsoever. It's they're actually now calling it a shooter MMO. So.
Wow.
Yeah, they're saying they're comparing it.
I'm going to get it for the Xbox One.
Yeah, I have it pre-ordered on Xbox One. I think there's not going to be any resolution difference or frames per second difference. There's not going to be any differences whatsoever. So the difference for me, I don't own a PS4, but Xbox One controller and online and all that.
You got the PS3 and the 360 is on those consoles also.
Yeah, I mean that's holding it back too. That's why it's not 60 frames per second. They said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bothers me. Now that as a Sony fan or whatever. That right there bothers me. I don't like. I'm tired of the let it be next generation. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if I was Sony and if I was Microsoft, I'll be kind of pissed off at third party. I mean, because you got to give people an incentive really to buy a next generation console.
They're not. I'll be totally honest with you. Like a lot of people, I can see even as an Xbox fan, and I love my Xbox One, and I have 30-odd games for it, and I use it all the time. I could see how even like an Xbox One owner or somebody that just has a 360 or PS3 is going to wait to buy these new consoles because they're not giving them really any real big huge reason.
No, they're not
to buy these new consoles. They're not giving them that. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I haven't seen it yet. Like Ryse looked great, had a good story. Dead Rising 3 was fun. Killer Instinct is beast.
I'm sitting there.
Whatever, Infamous looked good, another Killzone or what have you. So where's the big games to get people onto these new consoles? And we haven't really seen them. I mean, I guess Halo 5 might do that, and maybe Uncharted for.
Well, how long have these consoles? I mean, how long has it been? 7 months since they launched?
7, 8 months.
Yeah.
Okay, what was a big game in 7 or 8 months on the 360 or the PS3?
Gears of War.
That came out in 7 months?
Yeah,
Gears of War came out a year later.
No, it wasn't a year. It was actually.
It was a year, bro. 05, the 360 came out. Gears came out in 06. It came out when it launched on the PlayStation 3.
It's usually a year before you get like a couple games, so you're probably going to get,
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Rory. You didn't have games that was on the Xbox 360. It was on the Xbox. You know what I mean? Also,
it wasn't cross-gen. Yeah.
Yeah, there was those. Besides the sports games and maybe Call of Duty back then, but that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cost is going up, so it's taking a lot longer to get any kind of AAA game.
Wait, sit down.
Well, there's AAA games. I mean, you look at like Sunset Overdrive. I think that's a good AAA game, and you know, it's just I wish that you would think that you have these new consoles coming out. Why not have that killer app ready within the first year? I don't understand the thinking behind this. And Sony never has the killer app within the first year. Sometimes not within the first couple of years. I mean, this is a running trend with them. At least I feel somewhat sated with Microsoft's lineup because they have given me games that I've already put 100+ hours into, like Killer Instinct and Forza 5, and I think I got like 70 hours in Dead Rising 3 and probably close to 100 hours in Titanfall. So at least there's some stuff, but it's like, damn, man, like I can totally understand why people on both sides of the fence would be waiting right now, because if you look at the big games, even Titanfall, you can play a downgraded version of that on the 360.
Yep.
You can play Destiny on the Grand Theft Auto is coming late to the next gen consoles. I mean, people still play that on the 360 on my friends list. I see them do that all the time. So.
Well, like I say, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, and not like I said it again. Not these next generation. Well, these companies start using these next generation engines. You're going to see games on the 360 and the PS3. You know what I mean? Not to start using Unreal Engine. Even the new Mortal Kombat, I'm fucking head over heels in love with that game, and that's not using it's on both the 360 and PS3 and PS4. So, like I said, maybe we got another year and a half of this right here.
Mm-hmm. That's a long time.
It is, but again, most people start borrowing these consoles, so they drop down to about $300 anyway. They're not, So we got about.
I think this is where you can sort of, use that dirty word indie and say that they can fill the gap between.
Nah, too much goddamn indie though. Jesus Christ.
Hey, speaking of indie games, I know like none of us, well maybe none of us are like huge. Like I'm not a fan of the way Sony pimps indie games like they're the best fucking thing ever, and we should be privileged to have them. They shove them down your throat, I think. And of course.
Oh, wait, Warrington, let me ask you a question. Now, for real. If it could be an indie game, at least take advantage of the fucking system's hardware. Some of that shit look like some 2-bit, calculator watch type game.
Well, yeah, I mean, the stuff like that, yeah, but there are really good, like Contrast is really good.
That was on the 360, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Contrast was on the 360?
Yeah. It was on 360 before it was on PS4 or anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, it's not like a 2D game.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if it's going to be an indie game, fine. Like, think about it like this. Remember when we first got your 360 and they had those arcades before they was called indie, it was called arcade titles, whatever the fuck. Those games looked at least good. They took advantage of the Xbox 360 hardware.
Yeah, a lot of those were 2D too, though. A lot of those were 2D, though.
But it looked like Geometry Wars was good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But that's
have you guys noticed how expensive some of these indie games are too?
$20.
Yeah, $15. Crazy. Yeah,
are you serious?
Off the finish. That's too much money, man. I'm not gonna pay fucking $20 for a game. And I got another confession. I never beat an indie game either.
Wow. You gotta start playing some games.
I do. I beat my games. I just don't. They just don't hold my attention that long. I beat Double Dragon. I beat it.
They're games you play and they keep you busy for 10, 20 minutes here or there.
But like I didn't beat Strider. I just got tired of playing it after a while.
Oh, there are a couple really good games. I mean,
like what?
I really thought Contrast was good. I thought Outlast was good. I thought, look at No Man's.
Too scary, man.
Look at No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky.
Too scary.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, hey, I mean, what do you guys think about Microsoft's approach with this, though? They're not shoving them down your throat. They're just kind of releasing them. Surprisingly, you just wake up to them being there.
I got an answer for that. You know why they're not shoving them? Because Xbox gamers are not homosexuals, okay? With the PS4 players, they're homosexuals, and they like getting that Jap dick stuck there. I'm bugging the fuck. I'm just bugging, please. Just bugging. Hey, man, just a little humor. Knee slap humor. I don't know. It is what it is, but I don't know. I can really do without them, though. It's not a big deal to me, honestly. I don't buy next generation consoles because I want to be indied out. I want the games. That's what I want, man.
Yeah, I agree. Like what I've always said, people go, but crap gamer, you hate indies. And they try to label me with that because I've said numerous times, indie games aren't a reason to push a console. They aren't a reason to buy a new console. They're the cherry on top. They're something extra, like how Microsoft is doing it. They're releasing them. If you're scrolling through there, you find them. You could buy one if you so choose. They aren't like taking up a huge focus on big events like E3. You know what I'm saying? They're not shoved down your throat like it's the hipster thing, the cool thing to do. Indies, oh yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like that. And I dig the way that they're doing it. And so
why you have to hit him with the Duff Man though?
Is Showstopper in a tunnel somewhere?
No, that's my headsets, man. That's my headsets, man. These headsets,
he got that. He got that fucking indie headset over there. Yeah. Well, we got a few questions here. We can probably force into the comment section now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and look into the comment section. Let's say.
Hey, hold on. We got to read this one right here, man. This one here gave me a chuckle. He said, it's by Amazio or Amigo.
What bro talking about?
Yeah, he said we PlayStation gamers don't beg for games. In fact, Ratchet and Clank is coming to the PlayStation 4 early 2015.
What?
Yeah, they are. They're remaking the I think the original Ratchet and Clank.
Bro, it's just the first Ratchet and Clank being remade and slapped on a PS4 box. That's what you're getting.
And listen, Insomniac Games is not doing it either.
Yeah, it's being remade by another studio.
Okay, look, prime example. You know what? I'm glad
it was a great game.
But some other bro, listen. You gotta get some of this heat, man. Now you see, we were just talking about that, and Insomniac has nothing to do with that game. You know why? Because they don't own the IP. They don't own the IP, so Sony can lowball them and have someone else do it. That's fucked up, you know what I mean? When you think of Ratchet and Clank, you think of Insomniac, you know what I mean? And they don't have anything to do with that goddamn game, whatsoever. You know, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird. Oh, here's a good comment from Psycho Gamer. He says indies are used as a deflection to hide the fact that the PS4 doesn't have many exclusives. I actually kind of said something similar. I think that it's a relationship where Sony is getting the positive press for supporting indies. They're basically using indie developers to cover for their lackluster lineup. If you take away the indies, PS4's lineup is worse than the PS3's lineup, and the PS3's lineup was just horrendous. Horrendous. And the PS4 isn't any better, honestly. I mean, if you take away the indies and some of that free-to-play stuff, there's nothing there. And so Sony has gone out and said, hey, we're using these indies. You're going to see less AAA titles, but we got indies, we got free-to-play, and so, I mean, that is what it is. I mean, that's basically what this generation is going to be for them, you know. So.
Listen, hold on 1 second. 1 second, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a brain fart. That went for you guys. Hey. Alright, next question. Incredible being footage. Next question.
Psycho Gamer says, you mean to tell me you guys weren't wowed but with the way Ryse, Killzone, or Infamous looks? Come on now.
Killzone looks great. I mean, it does.
I think they all look good, but as far as
and Infamous look great too.
But as far as being something to quote Zaire to slap your mama about, I don't know if any of them had like all the factors there that makes it a must-have next-gen experience. You know, Ryse got repetitive, had some of those. Had the damn enemies all had the same faces throughout the game, you know what I mean?
Even the chunky ones.
Yeah, they all. I mean, it was the same ones. At least put some fucking masks on them or something. But yeah, so you know, Infamous largely looked. I mean, it looked good from what I've seen, but it looked like Infamous. Killzone looked like Killzone. I mean, there was nothing there. People already are off that game. There's like less than 500 people on that game daily. That's not a lot of people for a game that just released.
I wonder why they haven't bundled Infamous yet. There was a bundle, correct?
There was a bundle. Yeah.
For what?
For Infamous.
Oh yeah.
It is a great. I mean, it's a fantastic looking game. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like people are waiting for it.
It was a nice looking game, but I'll put it in the same boat with Ryse. You know, it got to me. I beat it. It got a little, repetitive. And, I wish they would have, not to cut anybody up. I wish they would maybe like what you call it, made it multiplayer or you could have used one of those other, what do you call them, constant was co-op or something. Or,
yeah, well, they are releasing downloadable content soon.
Yeah, but it's just think about it though. It was 1080p, 30 frames per second, but you fought the same goddamn enemies every stage. Go knock down the police station, get the little energy thing, and same shit over all throughout the game. That's all the game is about. Basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did like the second one better.
I didn't finish this first
I
one.
never even finished. I never finished either of the first two Infamous games. So.
Well, I beat the last one, but it was the same. Listen, the game is gorgeous, especially when you get the neon lights, the power.
Yeah.
But, it was very, very, very repetitive, man. Every fucking board, you got to get the little fucking electricity pack, knock down the police thing, and that was every fucking board, every mission, same goddamn thing. It is what it is, man.
What's up, G says, who do you guys think has the best holiday lineup of 2014 out of the big three?
You already know that, baby.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that
Nintendo.
3DS. Fucking 3DS. That motherfucker's smoking.
The 3DS is smoking.
Yeah, I think it's clearly Xbox. So.
And we're not just saying that because we Xbox X-Fags, but it is.
I mean, if you're just going by exclusives and stuff, it's Xbox. Sony has Little Big Planet and Drive Club.
Little Big Planet is a big game, though, man.
Okay.
It's a big game. I mean, it's a good game and people love it.
Some people like it. I mean, it's not particularly my thing.
Right, there's a lot of people that like it.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I mean, what do you think the numbers are going to do on it? I mean, I don't think that.
I don't know. It's different this generation though, because if you look at what happened, if you take a game that was released last gen and say it didn't sell very well, it's a completely different generation now, and like take like a third-party game like Watch Dogs. Look at where that's at as far as selling. So why wouldn't an exclusive coming out around the holidays sell well?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you like, I don't know. I know a lot of Sony fans that don't care for what do you call it, for Little Big Planet. I know a lot of Sony they don't really care for that type of game. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if the hardcore gamers that buy these consoles right away, I'm not sure. That's why I don't think Project Spark is going to do that well.
Yeah, that's another reason. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, listen, prime example. You got
so hard.
Crap is a fucking hardcore Xbox fan. And are you really psyched or stoked for Project Spark?
You know what? When I tried to originally play it, I was like, damn, this is hard, almost impossible to use. I went back to it the other day, and you can play user-created content, which I thought was fun, and I did a video on it that it was really fun to play the user-created content. Like, someone redid the first Fable game, like the entire beginning part. That was fun to play through. Yeah, you can kick chickens and shit. It was awesome. So there is some fun to that, but I don't think the majority of Xbox gamers that rushed out and got an Xbox One are going to want to play that type of game. Just like I don't think the majority of PlayStation 4 gamers that bought that game and is all hardcore is going to be wanting to fucking sit there and play Little Big Planet. I think that the last couple of ones didn't sell extremely well. And but I mean, I think it's cool for those that are into that. Just for me personally, it's not a big thing. I have it on the PS3. I have it on the PSP even because that thing was starving for some software. I mean, but okay. So let's just say those are the two basically only things, for Sony. I don't think they have an incredibly strong lineup this year. I don't think that they need one the way they push some of the third-party stuff. So
yeah, I'm sure Destiny's going to sell really well on that platform.
Yeah, I mean, all those gamers, hypocrites that said that Bungie and Halo sucked are going to go out and buy the Halo-looking game from Bungie.
All right. Well, we got another question. A good one. We got a lot of questions today. Thank you, guys. From Kenan Hage, huge. I know I'm fucking your name up. Kenan. Hey, I'm sorry. Kenan. Do you think Microsoft should make a Gears of War collection for the X1? Hell yeah. What do you guys think?
It depends. It depends on when. I'm kind of getting all collectioned out right now.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to see it this year neither.
I'd rather have backwards compatibility, to be honest.
Yeah.
You? You know what? I would like to have it for the people that want it. I'm not going to play Xbox 360 games on my Xbox One. I have Xbox 360 right there if I wanted to do that. I had the Xbox for 9 years. But for those that want it, and for those that are sitting on the fence about getting the next generation console, for those people, cool. But I would like to see like they doing for the Halo collection, make them 1080p, 60 frames a second, dial them up. yeah, I would like to see that. You know.
Except Halo 2.
Oh shit! You know, did we talk about that already? About the Halo 2 1080p thing? But yeah, close to that. You know what I mean?
I definitely think they're going to do a Gears of War collection though. If that was his question, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that they're not going to do it this year. I think they'll do it. You know what they're doing? They're going to do the same thing that they did for Halo 5 that they're going to do for Gears. All right, because you're going to see the Gears collection for $60 on one disc, with beta access for Gears of War 4, which is going to come out in 2016, and that's going to get people hyped up and excited. I don't think you want to release a new Gears collection this year because Judgment didn't go over as well as the previous games. So wait, make sure you get the full upgrade. You do what you want to do. If people want 1080p's and berries and cream, then make sure you got all that shit taken care of, and release the collection next year. And people will buy it because there's no Gears of War online. If you go back to Gears of War 3 on 360, there's still 15,000 people on there plus daily. That's a lot of people. So people would switch over to play an upgraded version, and you give people on Xbox One a little something extra to play as well. Gears has always had a very good online community. It's not a game that takes. It's not a Twitch shooter. You have to be very skilled to play that game online, and so they have a very strong following. And so I personally would be all for that.
Yeah, I would be for it too. I mean, it's Gears.
Okay.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, I would like to see it though. All it up. And to be fair, the last game I didn't even buy it, and but Epic didn't make it. It was somebody else made the shit, So, but they got for the new one. Who they got? Rob Ferguson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Rob Ferguson was the original producer of the first 3
they got him, so I'm happy about
Gears
that.
games. Yeah, I mean he's obviously. His name on Twitter was always Gears Viking. Even after he left Epic Games, he was
he's
still.
Back at who does he work for? A Tusk Studio. What's that? What's the name of the goddamn Microsoft? Black Studio, Tusk Studio.
Black Tusk.
Yeah, he works for Microsoft now. So.
Yeah, he actually worked for Microsoft years ago as well, and it was funny because 2K Games signed him, gave him his own office and shit. He was like the head of one of their new studios, right? And then he just up and left like 2 weeks later. Microsoft threw a bunch of money at him. They like backed the fucking Brinks truck up to him. Hey Rod, what do you think about doing some Gears games for us and heading up our studio? You know what I mean?
Oh, gotta go. He said, gotta go. It's been real.
Yeah, he's like, gotta go. It's been fun, 2K. You know what I mean?
We got one from That's Cool McGee. Why hasn't Microsoft bought Capcom yet? They need those amazing IPs.
They're not going to buy them. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yes, I don't know. Shit, y'all like this crap. Worry. It would hurt them, honestly. They can kiss this generation bye if Nintendo or Sony picks them up. They can honestly kiss this generation goodbye. You know what I mean? I don't know so much with Nintendo. I don't think Microsoft is competing with Nintendo. They really compete. It's been.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say? What did you say? Kiss what goodbye? What happens?
This generation. If Sony picks them up or whatever the case, they can kiss this generation goodbye.
Who can?
Microsoft.
Oh yeah. Well, listen. They got a lot of work to do right now, without worrying about Capcom. So.
My thing, you can afford to do it.
What we were talking about earlier about the exclusive content thing, a year for Destiny, and Crap said, Microsoft has all this money. Well, then why aren't they doing what they need to do, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Like I said, even without the Xbox, with the entertainment division born from the big, with Windows department, I think they're worth like $24 billion. They can afford to buy Capcom. You know what I mean? Well over. Without asking.
I think at the very least what they could do is buy up shares to where if somebody else did buy the shares, they wouldn't have enough to have majority. So say Microsoft bought a 10% stake of the shares. That would only leave 41% left up for somebody else to buy. That way you wouldn't have to worry about somebody coming in and making games exclusive and taking them away from you. It just keeps it status quo, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know. If they can buy the 51% and have those games, those IPs exclusive to the Xbox One, I know what I will do. I will let Microsoft, not let Microsoft. If I was Microsoft, I would still let them make games for the 3DS and the handhelds. You know what I mean? Because Microsoft doesn't do handheld gaming.
Right.
Whatever the Monster Hunter or whatever for the 3DS or something, or and still make that money that way. But they need to. Should snatch them in, Crytek. Fuck it. For lunch, buy one for lunch, one for dinner.
Hey, Deathip says, do you guys think the Xbox One or the PS4 will outsell the Wii U global sales in 2014?
I think they already passed. The
PS4 has.
Well, Xbox. I mean, the PS4 has already sold the Wii U. I predict. Well, and the Xbox One has outsold the Wii U in the UK already. I probably the Xbox One will probably catch up with the Wii U this holiday season or pass it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the Wii U is actually selling greatly.
You got Mario Kart just came out. It sold a lot of software. They said it's going to be hot for the first 2 weeks. See if those numbers still improve next month. That's the telltale sign. When does Smash Brothers come out?
This holiday.
Yeah, which will be another 2 million seller.
If they had, this is my thing. If they had Mario Kart, when Mario come out in March, in June or something. Mario Kart, and then maybe July or August you put Smash Brothers like bam, bam. You know what I mean? One after the other. They
are having Bayonetta 2 come out though.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, but that wasn't a big game when last generation.
Yeah, I'm just being real. That game's gonna flop big time too. So.
I'm not saying it was a bad game, but
which game? It's gonna flop.
Bayonetta. It was a cool game. It wasn't nothing to slap your mother about. I think that's going to be a little overhyped now, maybe because it's exclusive. But
Nintendo gamers aren't going to buy that game.
They might. They have the only shit they got to buy.
Yeah, I mean,
they aren't going to buy it. Mark it down. Crap Gamer said going to sell less than 1 million. Rack them up.
Hey, the Ratchet and Clank game is developed by Insomniac.
That's silly, man.
That's what. You sure?
Yeah, there's a link posted here from.
Because they were selling them. No, because I read something at the E3 and they was going with some other goddamn studio.
Yeah, there's a link in your comments.
Supposedly that they're going to support. It says support. Like I read it. It says that they're going to support in the development of this or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Are they going to develop? They says they're going to support the role as in the movie as well.
It says so. It's with great pride I get to announce that Insomniac will continue our involvement with the Ratchet and Clank movie while developing a game that reimagines the original Ratchet and Clank.
Oh wow, they must have just swung that because at the E3 I read something totally different. I forgot the name of the company. I didn't even do a video about it, but it was another company that was getting to do it.
It's just the original Ratchet and Clank game, really. I mean.
Yeah, like reimagined.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm not really into platformers, bro. But for those who like those type of games, when's that game come out next year?
I believe so, yeah.
I think it's going to coincide with the movie or whatever.
Listen, you know what, Sony fans, you guys got to be fair, because you talk shit about Nintendo fans playing Mario. Ratchet Clank the same goddamn kitty smitty shit too, So if you're gonna knock them for playing fucking Mario, they should knock you out motherfuckers for playing Ratchet Clank.
If I had to say there was one franchise that they really kind of overdid it a little bit, it would be the Ratchet and Clank ones. I think there's something like 9 or 10 games.
Damn.
Yeah,
I don't know. They're all good though, man. Like the last two on the PS3 were really good.
Into the Nexus or whatever it is. Nexus, I didn't even bother with it because apparently they all tied together the storyline or something. I don't know.
The last two.
Yeah, and some of them didn't have trophies, and I wasn't really interested in playing through a game on the PS3 if it didn't have trophies. So.
Yeah, they got patched in later on. It was sort of like in the beginning when there was no trophies in a lot of games. They were patching them.
Yeah, because I know that Quest for Booty has no trophies on it still. That's a Ratchet. That's a Ratchet and Clank game, and it was kind of fun because I got it free after PlayStation Network got hacked. Because what happened was if you had like different PlayStation Network accounts, you got different games. Like most PlayStation Network people, I had a Japanese account, a European account, American account. I have like 10 different PSNs. That way I ended up with like 10 different games or something, or 12 different games from that PSN hack. And so that was one of the games, but it didn't have a trophy, so I didn't really bother playing it much. But yeah.
All right. Can I take a morphine break? Hold on, I need more morphine. Next question.
Okay, we've got Zaire. Will you be getting Mad Max? That's from Irish Chap.
Irish Jeff, would I be? Yes. And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. I got a video for you guys that's coming next week. I'm gonna go into GameStop and we're gonna have some fun. And I'm gonna try something new. If you guys wanted to play a game with me, let me know. I may not be on my list, but I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of shit. Probably spend about $2,000 in that motherfucker. We're gonna have some fun with it. Hate me now, but yes, I'm gonna get Mad Max. It got pushed back to 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And have you seen any gameplay from that? I don't think it was the CGI.
Yeah,
trailer.
they pushed it back like everything else.
Mm. But it is what it is. Yeah, definitely. Are you guys interested in Mad Max?
I'm gonna wait and see.
I'm getting it.
Are you? What do you like about it?
I just like it's the open worldness, man. I like that, and it's kind of, I just like open world games like that, man. The cover system and the shooting of that game looked dope. Just the little trailers that I seen was nice. You know what I'm saying? So it got me hyped. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to play it, man. It's gonna be. I look at it from my eyesight on that game. It looks dope. So I'm gonna go with that for right now until they show me different. But it looks nice. I hope y'all can hear me, man. This headset is.
You sound like you're far away though. You sound like you're in a tunnel somewhere.
We can hear you. You're not choppy, but we can hear you. But we got another one from Sith Lord. What games are you guys picking up this holiday season?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I have
I got a list. I got a list here, but you might know I got a list from GameStop. I went to GameStop yesterday.
Yeah, I have a whole shitload, man. I got Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 2. I have both of those pre-ordered. Same thing with Sunset Overdrive, Assassin's Creed Unity, Evolve. I had Arkham Knight pre-ordered, but that's not coming out till next year. Let's see what else is due out this holiday.
Okay, you got Destiny, Forza Horizon.
Yeah, I have Destiny pre-ordered as well.
Dragon Age.
I have Dragon Age pre-ordered.
You want Alien Isolation? You said.
Yeah, I want that. I don't have that pre-ordered yet. I wanted to see a little bit more on it before I pre-order it.
Middle Earth.
I don't have that pre-ordered yet, but it's on my radar.
Evolve.
I have that pre-ordered.
Evil Within.
I don't have that pre-ordered yet.
Battlefield Hardline.
Meh.
Yeah.
Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Unity.
Hell yeah! Woo!
I don't know if you guys like wrestling faggots. WWE 2K15.
Meh. You'd have to be a real a la carte to like WWE.
Hey, yo, shout out to a la carte, you faggot.
Yeah. Shout out to a la carte, man. One thing I learned about that dude, man, he troll, but that's just what he does, man. You can't let that stuff bother you, man.
Dude, he likes sweaty guys getting it on. I mean, what?
Nothing wrong with that, man. We got
That's
here.
my dude, though, man. That's my dude, though.
We got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Anybody getting Call of Duty?
I don't know. I might have to see a little bit more.
Okay, you got Master Chief the Collections.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
You got Far Cry 4.
I don't know.
No, I'm not getting that game.
Far Cry 3 got repetitive as shit.
I'm gonna get it. I mean, I like.
Far Cry.
Yeah, I like the last one a lot.
Okay, all right, like being in the jungle. All right, no problem. You got Warriors, Orchid 3.
What is it?
Warriors, or I can't pronounce Orchid, OROCHI, Orchid or Ultimate, OROCHI 3. There must have been two other ones as well. I think it's a Japanese type game.
Yeah, no.
Listen, you got Grand
Orchid 3?
Yeah, it says no. It says Warriors Orchid 3 or something.
Oh, Warriors Orochi.
Yeah,
Orochi.
Yeah, Warriors Orochi.
Is that like little fat little dude on there or whatever, little monster or bear or whatever that is?
Yeah.
It's empty. We got what do you call it? Grand Theft Auto.
I already have that on 360.
I didn't play it, so I'm getting back to ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I ain't messing
Elder Scrolls, no.
That's not coming out till next year.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking at two. Yeah, okay.
That's quite a bit. That's like $1,000 worth of games for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on GameStop and buy all that shit. Watch me. What about? I didn't mention the Crew. You guys gonna get the Crew? I'm gonna get the Crew.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
I probably will, but I'm more interested in Horizon 2 right now.
Horizon 2,
yeah, but Crew's gonna be nice though. We can actually race from New Jersey to fucking California, man. That's slick. They supposed to, I don't know, maybe supposed to have the real streets and all that shit, so we can really race from coast to coast, from the east side of the map in America. So I'm kind of interested in that. But that's about it as far as games, unless I missed anything. But what about Diablo 3? Are you guys interested in that?
You know what? I held off on getting that on 360 because I knew that it would come to the Xbox One, so I might buy that.
I never played any of the Diablos, but if you get it, let me know and I'll play it with you. I haven't played any of the Diablos, never. And last question to you, Warrior, are you buying The Last of Us Remastered?
That's a question?
Yeah, to you, yeah.
Me?
It's games on the list holidays. I was asking, do you have a separate? Do you have games that you're gonna buy that I didn't name?
Oh, I thought you were saying someone asked that question.
No, yeah, they did. No, I'm just asking you. Are you gonna buy? Ask what games you're gonna. Cause I'm going by the list of games from GameStop. Are you buying something that I didn't name on this list?
Well, wait. You just asked me if I was buying The Last of Us, right?
Yeah. But I'm asking you are you buying anything else that I didn't? This is going to coincide with the question of what we buying this holiday season. I'm looking at Sony's PS4 list. I'm asking, are you going to buy anything that I didn't name?
I'm going to buy Smash Brothers.
Okay, Smash Brothers. All right.
I know you don't. A couple handheld games on the 3DS, but.
Oh, you got a 3DS, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, you got bruises on your knee, kid. I know you suck cock for a living. Jesus.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm gonna get
the 3DS. What?
Yeah, silly.
I'm getting Smash Brothers too.
Yeah, I like the 3DS.
Yes, the 3DS is awesome.
3D. Okay, all right. You hear Warrior here the fucking crap. The two white guys who like the Smash Brothers. Not these two brothers here, but they like the Smash Brothers. So you heard me. Go figure. All right. Yeah. So I hope we answered that good enough for you, bro. But that's what I'm buying. I just went up the list there. Petitions are not that big. They're only for his pistol. All right. Maybe you want to beg different, Warrior. This guy had JJ413 game. He said petitions are not that big of a deal. Only fanboys get pissed off the bottom. What do you feel about that?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's right. I'm not upset about them. I just ignore them.
I mean, yeah. I just think it's. I don't know. I'm not. I'm lying. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I would just ignore it. I mean, I didn't even know about it until you brought it up today.
Yeah, I just think you're a soulless bastard. That site is used for fuckers that are losing their life, kids that have cancer, that need medical attention. They're using that shit for some dumb shit,
For some video games. That's what we're reporting it for.
I don't give a fuck, dumbass. And if you think Capcom, Sony, and Mike, they listen to your dumbass, they don't.
And the fact that they bum begging for games.
you know how you make a motherfucker listen to you. Honestly, it's not those petitions. You with your dollar, with your pocket, with your wallet. That's how you make a motherfucker listen. Bottom line, not them dumbass petitions that you're signing. They don't. Shit,
Yeah, I agree with that, man. You vote with your dollar, man, not your mouth.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them shits.
Forerunner says, "What's your thought on evolved gameplay with the whole 4 vs 1 hunter vs monster thing?"
What's the question? I'm sorry.
He wants to know what our thoughts are on the gameplay and the whole.
It looks like it's like Left 4 Dead. I'm all about it.
It is. It's made by the Left 4 Dead people, and just imagine like I don't know, when you're the tank and you were basically 1 versus 4. I mean, I think that's what that kind of sprang from. They're like, what if you had an even bigger monster, and it was 4 hunters chasing this monster, and this monster eats things that gets bigger and stronger, and they're hunting it, and you use all these cool. I think it looks awesome. It won a shit ton of awards at E3, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is a flower from your mommy. If you guys buy it, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. We can live stream it also too. You know what I mean? Also too, guys, if you listen to the show, yes, your mommy. If you guys are watching the show, yes, it's your mommy, baby. If you guys that are watching the show, be interested in seeing this live streaming the games, and you guys want to play with us, we all about that. Yeah, okay, you broke it. Just right. You know what I mean? So look out. Like I said, we're gonna do the Assassin's Creed thing. I think that's gonna be fun. We can bug the fuck out and play that game. We can take it from the start to the beginning to the end, if we can make it to the end.
Hey, did Diablo come out already?
No, it hasn't come out on Xbox yet. I think it comes out in August.
It comes out August 19th.
Somebody has a picture on Twitter of the actual game.
No, I don't know. It was the box.
Someone got it early, or maybe
they got the disc. They shoot the disc. They're showing the box. They probably stole the box from GameStop.
The box.
Oh yeah. It comes out on the PlayStation 4 August 19th.
Yeah.
And on the same thing.
That was one of those games. Yeah, that was one of those games where it wasn't even mentioned that they were making it on the Xbox One. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they're like, "Surprise! It's coming out on Xbox One too."
Wow, they missed anything about the resolution. Is that a graphically demanding game?
It's a top-down dungeon crawler.
Yeah, I've played a couple. It's basically like it's a dungeon crawler, but it's like a loot game where you collect loot from your kills and you can customize everything. It's pretty fun.
Right.
Oh, okay.
There's a co-op element to it.
Oh, okay. Is it 4 people co-op? I don't know. Depends on if nothing's out in August or whatever, maybe pick it up. I don't know, but we go figure.
You like those dragons and elves and fairies and stuff like that.
Fuck you, white boy. You like hamsters, bitch. You like hamsters, bitch.
Don't make fun of Mary.
All right. Well,
that's my pet hamster.
We can do 3 more questions. We got any more here?
We got a pretty good one from Cycle Gamer. He says, "Why do you guys think that Microsoft opted to re-release a game like Phantom Dust instead of much more demanded games like Conquer, Banjo, Cameo, etc.?"
That's a very good question.
Yeah, that's why.
That is a good question.
And I don't have an answer because I think they should have done Conquer instead of Phantom Dust.
You know what? They said they made that game from probably. Believe it or not, Phantom Dust has a cult following. You know what I mean?
But so does Conquer.
Yeah, well, how did the last Conquer do?
All right, I'll say this. Conquer came out on the N64, on the Xbox, and on the Game Boy, and if you add all 3 sales combined, it was like less than 100K.
Yeah, but how much did Phantom Dust sell? Nothing.
I don't know how much Phantom Dust sold.
It was only released in Japan. Then Americans they boycotted, well not protest, I'm sorry, and they brought the game to the States for $20. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think that was one of the games that people were asking about. They said the game got made because of the fans were demanding it. I don't know.
Wait, you're not saying that the Xbox fans boycotted something, did they? Did a petition?
Well,
they get Phantom Dust here.
They was being vocal about it because the Microsoft didn't think the game would sell here in the States. That's why
and it didn't. Yeah. But they're remaking. But they're going to remake it and not do.
Well, I think
they're remaking it, but they're remaking it the same way they made Killer Instinct. From what they've said, it's going to be
$20 probably.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like, or you could buy different card packs because that's what the game revolves around, like card packs.
Shut it down to Yu-Gi-Oh, like a Yu-Gi-Oh goddamn.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. So you'll probably almost.
I don't like that idea.
Well, it's for more of the Japanese part. Those are those type of games. I'm being real with you. I'm gonna buy. I liked the first one though.
I liked the first one too. See, I thought it was interesting. So
it was pretty cool.
I mean, if they offer a version like with Killer Instinct, you could buy fucking a character each at $5, or just buy the whole goddamn game for $20. If they offer you a chance to buy the game for $20, I'll do it.
Let me ask you a question here. I got a question for both of you guys. All 3 of you guys. I'm sorry. Do you think Microsoft showed something new as far as a new IP at Gamescom?
I think they show at least one thing that we haven't seen before, and we might get like that bundle or maybe the Master Chief bundle. They're going to save big stuff for other events aside from E3 because they're still waiting to release worldwide, and you have to have big hype and things like that. So I think we're going to see at least
good point.
There's going to be at least another big Japanese title or 2 announced, and there's going to be titles and bundles announced for other areas. Like the Sunset Overdrive one looks. Why would you not announce a bundle with Sunset Overdrive or the Master Chief Collection? People buy Halo shit like no other. So announce a Halo bundle, announce a Sunset Overdrive bundle. Get out there and get those bundaroos out there.
Mm-hmm. We got here. Brandon Knight says, change the name to the podcast. No life, can't find a job, spend all day in the attic. Who the fuck lives in the attic? Refreshing refreshing. Refreshing.
He got us mistaken for the other side.
That ain't us, baby. He said refreshing the info and Dual Shockers page for Bad Sony News Podcast. XD, damn dog. Okay, Brandon McKnight. Just don't
got us mistaken. He got us mistaken for the other side, boy. I only know a few people that live in the attic.
Hey, yo. Hey, wait.
Hey, is it the same dude? Is it the same dude that pays? Is it the same dude that pays hookers to take pictures with them and then put them on his Twitter profile?
Yeah. Yo, word is
My
born.
goodness.
Yo, I think that's the only black dude in America that never slept with a black chick. Yo, I swear to God. Yo, hey, that guy's a creep, man. Listen. I got a question too. Real, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I'm not trying to piss somebody off. Why do Sony fans feel the need to, if I or crap whoever say something negative or whatever the fuck the case about the PlayStation 4? Why do you feel the need to attack us personally? You know what I mean? Or insult us. Never mind, we didn't say anything personally negative about you. We talk about a company that you don't hold any stock, anything in. You know what I mean? That's the craziest shit to me, man. You know what I mean?
The thing is what they're saying. We shouldn't have I guess how I take it, we shouldn't have an opinion on a PlayStation product.
Why?
But what we do, we bring the news, so we have opinion about gaming and as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So they get
why they can't have an opinion though? Like,
I don't know.
But here's the thing. Now, they get mad. No, here's the thing. Even better, they get mad when we laugh about the bad. We're not making this news up. We're taking shit that we read. You know what I mean? And even if we did make this shit up, but why do you feel the need to defend Sony? That's the $1 million question. Why?
I have no idea. Like, check this out. Over the past few days, most of my videos have been like, I'm really excited about Forza Horizon 2, so I studied up on that and did a couple videos. And people were like, "Yeah, this is more the stuff you should be. Stop talking bad about Sony, blah blah blah." And it almost seems like a threat, like, "Oh, you're not talking bad about Sony, so it's okay. We're gonna like your channel or whatever," which is bullshit. Because as far as I look at it, I'll talk about the Sony stuff that the big sites won't. I don't know why the big sites are up Sony's ass. I have no idea. But
shots fired.
I look at it as I'll talk about this shit and say the things that these big sites won't because they're so far up Sony's ass.
That's why you're my man, crap. Shout out.
I'll never be afraid to do that. I don't care if people think that I'm hating or whatever. And I'll just say the last few days there hasn't been much negative about Sony, so I haven't done anything negative about
time out. Hey, pause. Hey, Warrior.
Hey, you know what? Me personally,
hold up, show. Hey, Warrior, let's hit a disclaimer for crap right now. He's going on. He's going to.
I don't think my disclaimer is going to help crap anymore.
Me personally, I don't attack Sony. I attack their fan base.
Their fan base is fucking scum, man.
I think their fan base is a little extreme. So when my videos and things that I do, not the fan base, but the hood clickers. You know who I'm talking about. They know who it is.
I gotta get my fucking title back. Somebody just said Next Gen is a worse fanboy than crap. That's more. I'm the biggest motherfucking fanboy around.
Shot fired.
Who the fuck? I'm gonna ban his ass right now. Who the fuck said that?
His name is Xbox Fucked Up. That's his name.
Hey.
Oh, me and his grandmother had a nasty breakup, man. That guy there, man. He's trying to get me back to go back and return his grandmother's call, and I refuse to. So he's just following me the video. Shout out to Xbox Fucked Up. Shout out to that guy there, man. Yeah, But anyway, I just like to ask, that's the craziest shit ever.
Oh, hey, Yomoflow has a pretty good thing here. He says, "What do you guys think of Microsoft's $240 million investment in Facebook?" In case you guys didn't know, they made a $240.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad you said it because I got to get Microsoft some shit. If Microsoft can invest $240 million in Facebook and not invest any money in Capcom, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah. That was like meaningless. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's like the Xbox part of things. I think that's just Microsoft.
It's not.
Microsoft.
I was about to say if that was the case.
No, it's not.
Man, that's meaningless.
That's Xbox. That's Microsoft. Well, see, people don't understand that, and they don't give the Xbox division, even though it's not. It's their own fucking. Phil Spencer's the boss of the whole thing there. That's his shit there. You know what I mean? But even though, like I said, that is crazy. They can invest that type of money.
Yeah, let me
Capcom. That's crazy though.
Let me rain on the parade here, but listen, if I was at Microsoft, right, and they're not selling anywhere near their competitor, and they're serious about competing, right? You have to do something. Like for instance, Microsoft had no problem. They wanted to get in the smartphone business, right? They wanted to push smartphones. Apple had market share. Android had market share. What did they do? They spent millions and they bought Nokia, right?
Billions,
because they were serious about competing in that market.
Yes.
Are they serious about competing in video games?
Yeah. I mean, they invested $1 billion in games in the first year. I think that's pretty serious.
Well, where are the games at?
Yeah.
They're releasing them, man. Rise, Dead Rising 3, Forza 5, Forza Horizon 2, Fable Legends, Killer Instinct.
They ain't come up to no billion.
No.
Quantum Break. I mean, these games cost money to make. How? You know what I'm saying?
Spin that shit, crap. Spin that shit, baby. Spin that shit.
No, I'm saying, but look this up, because Warrior sometimes goes off and thinks it and makes it sound like. No,
Listen,
I'm not
man.
starting anything. Listen, he makes it sound like.
Warrior alone, man.
He makes it sound like the Xbox One totally like not doing well. It's 70% ahead of where the Xbox 360 was in the same point in time.
Wow.
Oh my God! You got to love this show. I love when these two faggots fight each other.
Listen, if they're serious, you got to shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, hey, crap. You still my white brother, but I gotta go with Warrior on this one.
He right, man.
They should be buying them, honestly. Like if they, not again. I know not probably the entertainment division had anything to do with that, and maybe Phil probably still has to ask. What's that Indian motherfucker? What's that Doom cool motherfucker?
Satya Nadella.
There you go. Yeah, that Doom. We probably asked him for fucking permission to go out, but they need to fucking snatch up Capcom, though.
But we don't know the specifics. Say they buy 51% of Capcom. Does that mean they get the exclusives? Because if it doesn't mean they're going to get exclusives, then what the fuck is the point?
Good point.
But we don't know. That's what I'm saying. If we don't know, then we have to assume. If we don't know what the particulars are in reference to that deal, that we have to just guess. And the only thing we can do is say, look at all those IPs. Why wouldn't you go after them?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say if you have 51%, that doesn't give you 100% right to all the IPs and to do.
But no, listen, crap, check it out. Now, if they listen, like Warrior said, if they're not the case, if they're buying that 51% and it doesn't give them the games, Phil Spencer somebody should come out and say that. You know what I mean? Or when not saying they owe us anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, hey,
they should say something.
We want to make it clear and be like, hey, guys, we appreciate it because I see every day I get like 100 people tweeting, buy Capcom on my timeline on Twitter. So
I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer gets it a lot too.
Yeah, So I'm sure, Phil Spencer, I know he's a personal fan of this show, so he'll probably listen and be like, hey.
Hey, Phil, shout out to Phil. Phil watches the show. I know Aaron Greenberg does.
He'll be like, hey guys, we appreciate you guys saying this, but even if we bought the 51% shares, it wouldn't mean exclusivity for the games, So I personally don't think that if they bought the 51%, that all of a sudden means that they're going to have all these games be exclusive. I don't think it works that way. But if they would come out and clarify, I think it would be cool. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, though? But they had the chance. Listen, they had the chance with BioWare, right? What did they do? See you later. And who bought EA?
I don't know that. I mean, what BioWare was never even hinted at being for sale. EA.
Well, how did EA buy them?
EA just went to them. EA just went up and made them an offer.
And Microsoft couldn't have done that.
I'm sure Microsoft could have.
You know what?
I mean, I wish they would have bought EA.
Hey, Warrior, I think that fucking caught Microsoft off guard because you think about it, they had the game. They had the IPs locked up. They had Mass Effect locked up.
Right. But here's what I'm saying to you. They didn't have Mass Effect. The only reason Mass Effect was locked up is because it launched on the Xbox 360.
No, they had that game was supposed to come out in a 3-point thing, and I don't know, but think about it, because Part 2 came out, and before Part 1 on the PlayStation 3. Maybe, we don't know, but I think Microsoft had to get some money back somewhere on because that was an exclusive for the Xbox One. You know what I mean?
Right, but that series was great, right? So why not? Why not make an offer?
It was a Part 3. You guys remember the revealing? Take you back when I think it was at the MTV, maybe even E3, and they first showed Mass Effect, and they were like, "This is first was going to be a 3-part series only on the Xbox One." By them, Xbox 360. But maybe, like I said, that maybe EA gave Microsoft a little whatever back or whatever the case may be. But I didn't hear anything about BioWare being up for sale, and they should have bought BioWare because BioWare has only made their games on the Xbox For the original Xbox, you had Jade Empire and those.
Exactly.
I agree that it made much more sense for them to buy BioWare, and wish they would have. But then you look at a Mass Effect and stuff. That game is always going to sell better on Xbox platforms, just because.
But fuck selling better.
That's just associated. I agree, but I'm not going to not buy the games because they're multi-platform.
Oh, no, I'm not either. I didn't think about it. But also too, we think about it, Microsoft dropped when fucking THQ went up for sale. They should have bought them and some of those IPs.
I thought they should have bought Darksiders. That would have been a hell of an IP for Microsoft.
THQ, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, what about Midway? Midway only sold for $45 million. Warner Bros.
I mean, that's my point. If they're serious about competing in the cell phone market, they spend $1 billion and buy Nokia at the drop of a hat, right? So get serious.
We don't know how much money the 51% would be, though. I mean,
it's less than $1 billion.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not worth $1 billion.
Yeah, they're not worth $1 billion, but like I said, we don't know the specifics, so it's just us on the outside saying this. Hey, YomoFlow says an interesting point. He says that the Microsoft investment in Facebook could be Oculus Rift related. Sony has their own VR thing. Oculus is a thing. Apparently, there's been some Oculus games working with Xbox One. Or Oculus Rift.
Did Facebook buy Oculus Rift?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Hey, Yomo, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah,
hey, you know what? Hey, real talk. We got to get Yomo on here, y'all.
Yeah, shout out to Yomo.
Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot all about that. Now, this is the thing. Microsoft has a bunch of patents for stuff like augmented reality, virtual reality, all this stuff. They might want to take a wait-and-see approach with this to see how it does before they implement it, kind of like 3D. They never.
What the hell is Facebook doing with Oculus anyway?
They bought them.
Yeah, I know they bought them. But
what's his name? Zuckerman, the owner. Zuckerberg. He went to. He was talking to Bill Gates or something about that, about getting into video games or something like that, and then next thing you know, he bought Oculus Rift. I think he's interested in that whole aspect.
Yeah, that's strange.
Hey, what?
Plus, they want you to play like Candy Crush Saga on Oculus.
Listen, they don't have anything to do with their Facebook game. They're buying Oculus. They're still going to do their games that they're doing.
Yeah, they're still going to do all that stuff. He just wants it as a separate thing, like a gaming thing.
It is a separate. So, for the record, what is that's for only PC gaming?
Well, right now it was developed, and the guys that work there spun off from PC. So. At first, it was just PC related, and then Facebook bought them. So I have no idea now what it is.
Oh, maybe you might see that on Wii U or some shit. That tablet with that shit on your face, forget about it.
Somebody had a picture of that. The tablet taped to their face, and they said this was the Wii U virtual reality.
Listen, I got something to say before we close. They just re-elected Iwata again. He's back. Listen, I'm not buying no fucking Nintendo products ever, man. They got to get that guy out. Those policies are fucked up. He just got voted back in, too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan McCafferty from IGN said this. He said he didn't really understand it. I said, actually, the Wii U had that nice little bump, or whatever they are, technically the second place next-gen console. They have the first place. The 3DS is on fire. I can see why they would do that, and he's only elected for the next year. He did have some kind of health problems. They removed some kind of benign tumor or something. But hey, Super Maze. I thought crap hates VR. I do hate VR, kid. I will never play VR. I don't care if it's on Xbox, Black Box, Red Box,
really?
Orange Box. I'm not strapping my fucking face. No, I'm not excited for that shit at all.
Hey, but just listen. Have you seen the videos of people playing that game?
They look ridiculous.
I'm not. But listen. They had in the mall. I don't know what type of game this guy was playing in somewhere overseas, and he had this shit, and he was like, it was like a roller coaster or something. You put the headphones on, and they fucking pushed him. That guy fucking panicked. This shit is so much better than Project Morpheus.
Hey, can you imagine playing Outlast with VR headset on?
That guy what's his name? PewDiePie did it or something.
With the VR headset on?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
My God, that game would be amazing.
I didn't play. I don't like games like that, bro.
I'm not interested. Yeah, he's scared of that game, but yeah, I'm definitely not interested. Do you see what they got to do when they show off these games? They're in these little rings so they don't fall over and shit. I mean, when you play this shit at your house, you gotta tether yourself down so you don't fall over. I mean, that seems like that's gonna be.
Yeah, but it really puts your ass in the game.
Yeah. I want it. I want to try it out. At least try it out.
I don't think that's going to be something I'll do, but I mean,
hey, listen, check it out. You got the Oculus, and you seen that that new gaming vest they got that you get shot, you kind of feel it and shit. So imagine you got the vest. You see the vest they got? I think it was hip hop. Somebody had the vest that pulls into the game, and if you get shot, you kind of feel it and shit. But imagine you had the vest on playing Battlefield or something. I'll give it a spin. They gotta have the right type of game. I'll try anything. I'm a faggot that likes gadgets,
Yeah, you'll buy it and be like, this is cool, and then like a month later, you'll be like up in your attic, or you'll donate it to Attic.
My attic. Oh, attic.
Hey, we all know who lives up in your attic, bro.
Oh shit! In a twin bed with a twin bed with the Archie Bunker chair. Oh. We got like 2 more questions here.
Okay.
Pick 2 good ones. Come on, send us out with a bang.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot of hate right now.
A lot of hate. Who's hating? Who's hating?
There's a lot of people hating. Somebody hating on Showstopper. And
yeah, I laughed at him, man.
Yeah. Okay. Microbox of X says, "Do you agree that Yoshida is like the Emperor of the Sith, feeding ponies lies and deceit and turning?"
You just sounded like a robot, boy.
Yeah, you went out. You're
okay, yeah, Microbox of X. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Okay, Microbox of X says, "Do you agree that Yoshida is like the Emperor of the Sith, feeding ponies lies and deceit and luring them to the dark side?"
No.
You know what? I think Sony. I don't want to say Yoshida. I would say Sony, period. The whole, like what's my man named? Adam Boyd last week?
Adam
Boys.
Yeah. I think Sony does that shit with the proper. That's what I don't like about Sony. It's the propaganda. You know what I mean? That's one of the things I don't like about Sony. Like they say, all they had to say was, PlayStation 4, the only place to play the Battlefield demo. Cool. 1080p, 60 frames per second.
And it wasn't.
900p, 30 frames per second. I don't like that shit right there. They feed them lies, and they do the easy pop,
like that. They're like the band that says the name of the place they're in to get the crowd to cheer. That's what they do. I mean,
it's business. It's PR. It's business.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's schmarmy and retarded, and hopefully some people see through it. But it's like some people don't. Like people were like, hey, Sony did a big fuck you to Microsoft at E3 when they said, hey, you can transfer your saves from the 360 version of GTA 5 to the PS4 version. What they didn't say was you can do the opposite way too. You could do your PS3 saves to the Xbox One version. So how is that a fuck you to anybody? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
They twist shit, and they lie, and they're very deceitful, and that's in my opinion.
Tell them why you're mad. Tell them why you're mad, Crap.
I'll tell them why I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm not really mad. I think that they.
He's not.
Nah. I'm not mad. I'm too easy going, man. I'm too easy going to be mad about that shit, man. I just think they lie and they bullshit people, and a lot of people get suckered into that. That's what I think on that.
It's just business. It's a business. They it's a business. It's PR. It's just
public relations.
Yeah, just I don't know. It's just PR. It's no big deal.
Penis to boy, what's rectum? PR. You're right. All right. We got one from Tony's Edwards Jr. This I didn't hear anything about. Maybe you guys have. You'll talk about the PS4 prices dropping to $350 on eBay.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's eBay sells actual stuff.
Yeah.
Without the consumers. I mean, maybe they have a bunch of stock that's not selling.
No, I think there was some kind of deal or something, and it was $350 for a little while.
At my local Walmart, there's a bundle. You can get the PS4 with Killzone and Knack for $350 right now as well.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the reason why is because even though the PS4 is supposedly doing really great, they're selling less than 200K a month here in the United States, so that's not exactly lighting the fire.
Right.
There's probably, if you look at what stores are doing, they're putting maybe 1 or 2 PS4s out there, and then they got a bunch more in the back. Make it look like, hey, we got some PS4s in, they're super rare. Buy it while you can, and then they buy it and they go bring another one out.
Well, Crap, you got a debate though. All right. Well, I don't know. So that's it. You guys want to say it off your chest?
I want to say, hey, thanks for everybody for checking out my channel, and this podcast has been really cool. I'm about 100 subscribers away from 5,000. So
go crap,
go crap.
Go crap, go crap, go crap.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't subscribed yet and you like my rhetoric and my compelling ass take on games and whatnot, then go subscribe, and I appreciate it. Rack 'em up.
You want to say something, Worry?
No, I'm good, man.
He's good.
Hey, find his channel if you can.
Yeah. It's hidden. It's hidden away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys a little early this week. Worry's not going to be here. We may do something against something, don't know, but thank you guys for coming by, watching the show. And as I always say, if your grandmother got a fat ass, give her my number.
It's a shame. It's a shame you can't put that on a T-shirt.
I just might, man. Your grandmother got a fat ass, give her my number. Bang, bang.